Okie dokie. Right, back with a quick beer review. This time from my buddy Mark, who lives pretty close to me in good old Nottinghamshire, and he kindly gave me a couple of beers. So cheers, Mark. The first one we're going to be doing is this milk stout, which looks just what I'm in the mood for. Actually, it is 4.73%, and I'm not sure if he mentioned if it was brewed or bottled in December. Can't remember. I did see him the other day, and I was going to have it, drink it that night actually, but didn't pan out unfortunately. But my brain has, it's been since erased. So cheers, Mark. So I've had a couple of them. I do love stouts. One of my favourite, absolute favourite beers. But I've only recently started trying a few milk stouts, and I've only ever had, I think I've only had sort of 3 or 4 in my drinking career, so not many. A couple of them I'd, well, let's just say have been very different. A couple I've really enjoyed, and a couple to me just haven't floated my boat. Anyway, stop the jibber jabber. Let's get this baby open. Okay, so let's have a whiff. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. It smells good. Right, let's get this in a glass. Give it a good pour. Oh, looks beautiful. It's looking dark. Okay, right. So, I always forget to. Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing with this, but give it a bit of smell. Yeah, it smells really like a stout. It smells sort of dark, and you're not getting like tons of hops or anything like that. It's obviously a dark beer. So, cheers, Mark. Let's dive in. So I'll tell you what I like about this. It's got that smoothness. I think it's lactose, isn't it? You put in, but I've never actually never brewed with lactose before. Not something I've ever kind of thought about doing, because I only sort of recently trying these milk stouts. But what's interesting about this one is that it's got the smoothness, but it doesn't have in a lot of the what's nice this. A lot of the, well, as I haven't tried loads of milk stouts, but the majority of the ones I tried, I had this I don't know how to describe it, but to me it was kind of like sort of like a dirty taste. And that sounds a bit, but kind of like almost a taste that shouldn't be, or not my kind of. I don't know how to describe it. And now I don't know if that's because for me, if there was too much lactose in there, or what, I've got no idea. But this doesn't have that. It's got the you can taste it's got that body, that sort of smoothness, but it doesn't have that. It doesn't have that sort of, like I said, that's the only way I can describe it. A sort of a dirty kind of flavour. In the other, I had, I think, did I have one at? I can't remember now. I can't remember if I had one at a pub somewhere recently that was nice. But I know that I had a couple of cans in. Oh, it's just what I need today. I had a couple of cans in. I think it might have been beer 52, or I can't remember. It might have been the Flavourly box, but it was a commercial beer, and for the life of me I can't remember what it is. But it was from a well-known brewery, and to me it had this sort of dirty taste to it, but it was pretty bad actually, because it had there was loads of gubbins and stuff in the bottom, and it was. I mean, you can't complain because it was an absolutely cracking deal on those beers, so I'm not complaining, but when moving out. I don't know, but it was rubbish basically. I didn't like it at all. In fact, I binned most of it, and you know, it's not the kind of thing that you do like, is it? But this is really good. It's got, as I was saying, it's got that smoothness to it. It's not too. It's not too. I don't know how sort of not too sort of stout. It's not too dark and roasty, I would say. It's on sort of. It's not overly bitter or overly roasty. That's really nice. That. Like I say, I've never brewed with lactose before, but this is kind of making me think I'd like to have a go with it, because, as I say, some of the other ones I've had that have had it in it have had this flavour that I don't like. The only way I can describe it, like I say. So, cheers to this, Mark. This is absolutely spot on. I'll have to get the recipe off you and find out. It'd be really interesting to know actually how much lactose you put in this, and just compare it to perhaps some of the clones of this other beer that I'm talking about, and just see if it is that, if there's two, you know, if in the ones I've had but not liked, if it is because it's got too much in it or too much of a brew, I don't know. Anyway, I'll stop rambling on there. Cheers to this, Mark, really appreciate this, and I've got the Mexican lager as well. I'm gonna give that one a go, and that's it. I'm gonna finish this and go on. I don't know. It sounds like a bit of mild shouting coming from downstairs, so I think I'll perhaps stay up here for 5 minutes to finish this. Cheers, guys.